Hook, 40 to 50 seconds high CTR emotional curiosity driven. Just when ARMY thought it would be another normal airport arrival, something completely unexpected happened the moment Jungkook and Jin stepped into Incheon Airport. Cameras were rolling, fans were watching every move, and at first, everything seemed routine. But within seconds, one small moment between the two BTS members caught everyone's attention and instantly sent social media into a frenzy. Fans couldn't stop replaying the footage, analyzing every detail, and asking the same question: did anyone else notice what just happened? The clips spread rapidly across fan communities, with thousands sharing their own theories about the surprising interaction that nobody saw coming. What exactly happened between Jungkook and Jin that left ARMY shocked, emotional, and talking non-stop? Stay until the end, because this unexpected airport moment is even more interesting than it first appeared. The arrival itself seemed ordinary on the surface. Jungkook and Jin walked through Incheon Airport alongside a sea of travelers, each pulling a suitcase while making their way through the terminal. Yet within minutes, photos and short clips from the scene began spreading across social media at an astonishing pace. Fans who initially clicked out of curiosity suddenly found themselves replaying the same few seconds over and over again. What made the moment so fascinating was not anything dramatic or obvious. There were no grand gestures, no official statements, and no major event taking place around them. Instead, it was the kind of subtle interaction that BTS fans have always been known for noticing before anyone else. The smallest details often become the biggest discussions, and this airport appearance quickly proved why. As more footage emerged from different angles, online communities became increasingly active. Screenshots started circulating across platforms. Fans zoomed in on expressions, movements, and timing. Every frame seemed to generate a new theory. Some believe the moment reflected the deep trust and comfort that has existed between Jungkook and Jin for years. Others thought there might be a hidden story behind the brief interaction that cameras happened to capture. The excitement grew even stronger because both members appeared remarkably relaxed despite the attention surrounding them. Jin carried himself with his usual calm confidence, while Jungkook maintained a low profile, focused on moving through the busy terminal. Yet something about the atmosphere felt different. Fans who watched the clips repeatedly described a feeling they could not fully explain. There was a sense that they had witnessed something genuine, something unscripted, something that revealed a glimpse of the natural bond between the two members. Within hours, hashtags connected to Jungkook and Jin began appearing across fans' faces. The airport photos quickly accumulated thousands of reactions. Videos were shared at an incredible speed. What started as a routine arrival suddenly became one of the most talked about BTS moments of the day. The mystery only deepened as fans continued examining every available recording. Different interpretations emerged, each attracting passionate support. Some viewers focused on a specific gesture. Others paid attention to the timing of their movements. A few fans even compared the airport clips to previous public appearances, searching for similarities that might explain why this particular moment felt so meaningful. What truly fueled the discussion was the emotional response from ARMY itself. Many longtime fans expressed how seeing Jungkook and Jin together brought back memories from different eras of BTS. Their journey has been filled with countless unforgettable moments, and even a simple airport appearance was enough to remind fans of the connection that has developed over many years. That emotional attachment transformed a brief encounter into something much larger than anyone expected. Meanwhile, the number of views continued climbing. Every hour seemed to bring new reactions, new edits, and new analyses. Fan-made videos highlighted the exact seconds that had sparked the conversation. Comment sections filled with excitement as people from around the world shared their thoughts. Even those who initially thought nothing unusual had happened found themselves returning to the footage after seeing how strongly others reacted. As the discussion expanded, one question remained at the center of everything. Why did this particular moment resonate so deeply with so many people? The answer was not immediately clear. Perhaps it was because genuine moments are becoming increasingly rare in a world where every public appearance is heavily scrutinized. Perhaps it was because fans felt they had witnessed a small but authentic glimpse into the friendship between two beloved BTS members. Whatever the reason, the story was far from over. New photos continued emerging. Additional videos surfaced from different parts of the terminal. Each new angle seemed to add another layer to the mystery, revealing details that had gone unnoticed before. Fans who thought they had already seen everything suddenly found themselves questioning their original interpretations. And just when it seemed the conversation might finally begin to settle down, another piece of footage appeared online that caused an entirely new wave of reactions. What fans noticed in those newly shared seconds would soon take the discussion in a direction that nobody had anticipated, raising even more questions about what really happened during Jungkook and Jin's unforgettable arrival at Incheon airport. The newly surfaced footage spread across social media faster than anyone expected. Within minutes, fan accounts were reposting the clip, discussion threads were multiplying, and ARMY around the world was once again trying to understand why this airport appearance felt so different from countless others before it. At first glance, the video seemed simple. It lasted only a few moments. Nothing dramatic happened. Yet those few seconds somehow carried an emotional weight that viewers immediately noticed. Fans began comparing reactions from earlier footage with details revealed in the new angle, and suddenly the entire story felt much bigger than a routine airport arrival. What made the situation even more intriguing was the timing. The footage appeared just as discussions were beginning to slow down. Many believed the mystery had already been solved. Theories had been shared. Interpretations had been debated. Yet this new perspective reopened every conversation. Instead of providing answers, it created even more questions. As fan communities continued examining every frame, one pattern became impossible to ignore. The emotional response was growing stronger rather than fading away. Usually, airport clips generate excitement for a day or two before attention shifts elsewhere. This time was different. The interest kept increasing. People who rarely participated in discussions suddenly joined conversations. Longtime fans shared memories from previous years. Newer fans discovered moments from BTS history that they had never seen before. The airport appearance was becoming more than a trending topic. It was turning into a reminder of the journey that millions of fans had followed for years. Many observers pointed out how naturally Jungkook and Jin carried themselves despite being surrounded by cameras and attention. There was no attempt to create a viral moment. There was no performance for the crowd. That authenticity became one of the biggest reasons the footage resonated so deeply. The more fans watched, the more emotional the discussion became. Some described feeling unexpectedly nostalgic. Others talked about how quickly time seemed to pass. Memories of older BTS eras began resurfacing across social media timelines. Photos from years ago were shared alongside current airport images, creating side-by-side comparisons that highlighted just how much had changed and how much had remained the same. The connection between past and present became a major theme of the conversation. Every new post generated thousands of reactions. Every video edit attracted countless comments. Across different countries and languages, fans seemed united by a similar feeling. They weren't just reacting to what happened at the airport. They were reacting to everything the moment represented. Meanwhile, media outlets and entertainment pages began taking notice of the growing buzz. Articles appeared summarizing fan reactions. Video compilations gathered millions of views. The airport arrival that had started as a seemingly ordinary event was now reaching audiences far beyond dedicated fan communities. Yet despite all the attention, the central mystery remained unresolved. No official explanation emerged. No statement clarified what fans believed they had witnessed. The absence of answers only fueled the fascination. Speculation continued growing. Some believed the moment reflected a deeper emotional significance. Others argued that fans were simply responding to a genuine interaction that happened naturally in front of cameras. Neither side could fully convince the other. And perhaps that uncertainty was exactly why the story continued spreading. People are often drawn to mysteries they cannot completely solve. The airport footage offered just enough information to spark curiosity while leaving enough unanswered questions to keep viewers returning. Every replay seemed to reveal something new. Every discussion introduced another perspective. As night fell and the conversation showed no signs of slowing, another surprising development began unfolding. Several fans who had been present at the airport started sharing personal accounts of what they had witnessed that day. Their observations added entirely new layers to the story. Some details matched the existing theories. Others contradicted them completely. Suddenly, the timeline of events became even more complicated. What people thought they knew no longer seemed certain. The growing collection of first-hand observations painted a picture that was far more emotional, far more unexpected, and far more intriguing than anyone initially imagined. And as these accounts continued appearing online one after another, many fans began realizing that the most talked-about moment from Jungkook and Jin's arrival might not have been the moment everyone was focusing on at all. Instead, the real story may have been hiding in plain sight the entire time, waiting for someone to connect the pieces together. The discovery that followed would send another wave of shock through ARMY, leaving countless fans wondering whether they had completely misunderstood what actually happened during that unforgettable day at Incheon Airport. The growing flood of first-hand accounts transformed the discussion almost overnight. What had once been based primarily on short clips and scattered screenshots was now evolving into something much more complex. Fans who had actually been present at Incheon Airport began sharing details that cameras either missed entirely or failed to capture clearly. Each new account seemed to reveal another piece of a puzzle that no one could fully solve. Some described the atmosphere as surprisingly calm despite the enormous attention surrounding Jungkook and Jin. Others recalled moments that appeared insignificant at first, but suddenly felt important after the viral footage began spreading online. Tiny observations that would normally be forgotten were now being examined with extraordinary attention. The result was a wave of speculation unlike anything fans had anticipated. As more people joined the conversation, certain details started appearing repeatedly. Different witnesses, separated by distance and perspective, described similar impressions. While their stories were not identical, enough similarities emerged to keep the mystery alive. The most fascinating part was how emotional the reactions became. Many fans admitted that they could not explain exactly why the airport footage affected them so deeply. They simply felt that there was something genuine about the moment. Something real. Something that reminded them of why they had supported BTS for so many years. Across social media, emotional posts continued appearing. Old photographs resurfaced. Forgotten memories were shared. Moments from years ago were suddenly being discussed again as fans searched for connections between the past and present. For some, the airport appearance became symbolic of growth. For others, it represented continuity. The passage of time seemed to be at the center of everything. People who had followed BTS since the earliest days reflected on how much had changed over the years. They remembered younger versions of the members, early performances, uncertain beginnings, and milestones that once felt impossible. Looking at Jungkook and Jin now, many fans found themselves overwhelmed by the realization of how long the journey had been. That emotional layer added an entirely new dimension to the viral moment. What initially appeared to be a simple airport sighting was becoming something much larger. Meanwhile, fan-made investigations continued. Video editors slowed down footage frame by frame. Observers compared angles from different recordings. Online communities collaborated in ways that resembled detective work more than entertainment discussions. Yet the more information became available, the less certain everyone seemed. Every answer produced new questions. Every theory created another mystery. The uncertainty itself became part of the fascination. Then another unexpected development occurred. A previously overlooked clip began gaining attention. Unlike the footage that had fueled the initial wave of reactions, this recording focused on a completely different moment. It was brief, easy to miss, hidden among dozens of videos uploaded throughout the day. At first, very few people paid attention to it. But once fans started examining the clip closely, reactions exploded. The details appeared subtle. Nothing dramatic. Nothing obvious. Yet thousands of viewers immediately began discussing the same thing. Comment sections filled rapidly. Theories multiplied. Screenshots spread across platforms within minutes. Some fans claimed the overlooked moment changed their entire understanding of the airport arrival. Others argued it confirmed suspicions they had held from the beginning. Either way, interest surged once again. The timing could not have been more surprising. Just as the conversation seemed destined to slow down, fresh curiosity pulled everyone back in. The renewed attention attracted even more viewers who had previously ignored the story. People who had missed the original discussions suddenly found themselves trying to catch up with days of speculation and analysis. And the more they learned, the more invested they became. By this point, the airport arrival had evolved into one of the most discussed BTS-related moments across fan communities. Millions of views continued accumulating. Reactions arrived from every corner of the world. The story showed no signs of fading. Yet hidden beneath all the theories and viral discussions was a question that remained unanswered. Why did this particular moment resonate so powerfully? Why did a seemingly ordinary airport arrival generate such an extraordinary emotional response? The answer appeared closer than ever. As fans continued connecting timelines, comparing footage, and revisiting details that had gone unnoticed, a larger picture slowly began emerging. It suggested that the true significance of the day had very little to do with any single clip or screenshot. Instead, it pointed towards something far more meaningful. Something that many viewers had felt instinctively from the beginning but struggled to put into words. And as that realization spread through the community, another emotional wave began building, one that would soon make the entire airport story even more unforgettable than anyone could have imagined. The next discovery would leave countless fans reflecting not only on Jungkook and Jin's arrival at Incheon Airport, but on the entire journey that had brought them to that moment in the first place.